Scorpio. Welcome to October 2014. Now, in October, you're in your 6-week cycle. 6 weeks before your birthday, you get all of the lessons and initiations of the entire solar year leading up to your birthday, which is the most sacred day of the year for you, which the universe comes together and bestows its gifts on you, and you get the new energy for the new solar year starting on your birthday. And you can read all about that on my homepage, Solar Return Charts. Now, this has been a really intense time for many of you Scorpios. In October, you may be feeling extra sensitive and vulnerable. It's okay. You will not only survive these feelings, you will thrive. Saturn has been working over the Scorpios for the past couple of years. So if any of you are experiencing limitation, restriction, delay, frustration, that's Saturn. And Saturn sometimes can feel like Satan. You can feel like, who's testing me? Is this God testing me or is this Satan testing me? Doesn't matter who it is a test or it's an initiation. And this is about you looking at what's working for you and what isn't working for you. The challenge with Saturn is because it's such a heavy energy, you can sink into depression. And you really want to watch for that, because depression or negative thinking is something you cannot afford to indulge in. Because when you allow yourself to go low, 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 it's very difficult to get back up. That's why it's not good to get too happy, happy, high or too low, 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 because both are targets for the negative forces on the planet. So they can knock you off your high and they can sink you even lower through your negative thinking. So it's very important to stay in the middle. And Buddha taught us that. Stay in the middle, right? So it isn't that you can't have something, it's just you don't want to go to extremes with it. And you want to be balancing yourself every day. So one of the best ways to counteract depression is exercise, because the more you move the body, you release the endorphins, the serotonin, and all the positive good chemicals in your brain and in your chemistry to keep you feeling good, feeling effective, and feeling balanced and centered. If something's not working for you, that may be a message that it's either not the right time or it's not the right place for you. Pay attention to that. Saturn is very challenging for the fixed signs, for the Leos, for the Taurus, for the Aquarians, for the Scorpios. And so you're not alone in that. Working with Saturn can feel depressing at times, can feel restricting, limiting, costly, expensive. It's showing you may need to make changes in what you're doing. You may need to change your job, your relationship, where you live, the doctors you use. It depends on where it's coming through for you. Now, we have a total lunar eclipse in Aries on October 8th. And as we go into October, I'm calling it Rocky Rocktober because it's rocky. The Sun squares Pluto on the 4th, and it opposes Uranus on the 7th. And then we have the total Aries lunar eclipse on the 8th and Mercury retrogrades from October 4th through the 25th. It starts out at 2 degrees Scorpio, and then it backs into Libra on the 10th, and then it goes direct on the 25th. Libra is 12 signs from you. So I'm doing solar astrology, which means I take the sun to the ascendant. The ascendant is the rising sign. It sets up the house system. So the ascendant is the first sign, and Scorpio is the first sign, which makes Libra the last sign, right? Because Libra's 12 signs from Scorpio. 12. And so anything in Libra or Aries has more to do with your health, well-being, vitality, as well as how you get in your own way. We all have a 12th house, and we all do things that sabotage ourselves. It's human nature. It's the way this place is set up. So you're getting the opportunity to look at that before you step into your new solar energy, your new birthday energy. The Aries lunar eclipse is coupled with Uranus and being squared by Pluto. Pluto is in Capricorn, which is in harmony with the Scorpios. But it is challenging the moon and Uranus, so there is something going on in your lifestyle and how you take care of yourself that needs an adjustment, that needs to be changed. So do you need a physical? Do you need to change your dentist? Do you need to change your health style? Do you need to exercise more and eat better? What is it that you need so that you feel strong and effective? That's what this lunar eclipse is bringing to your attention. Now, the lunar eclipse is also a grand fire trine with a tail on it. So the moon is in Aries, Jupiter is in Leo, and Mars is in Sagittarius, and the tail on the kite is Libra. For you, this is the more you take care of yourself, the more you get out of your own way, the more you let go and go with the flow, you will see the money flowing to you, opportunities coming to you. Now, again, for those of you working with Saturn, at the time of this reading, Saturn is at 21 degrees Scorpio. So those of you born in the last 10 days of Scorpio are going to be working with Saturn. And Saturn is in your sign, so you are really being coupled with Saturn. And Saturn is saying, I'm not concerned with what you do for a living. I'm not concerned, how you make your money. What I want to see you do is live authentically. Be true to yourself and define yourself new now. So the old you needs to go. The old way of doing relationships, the old way of working, the old way of living that no longer serves you, Saturn is saying it's time to change that. You are being rebuilt from the inside out. And if you're wanting some elaborate career that takes you away from that internal transformation, it's not going to happen at this time, because Saturn is there saying, no, I'm rebuilding you. Think of your inner being, think of your inner self as a giant mansion. And you've got rooms here, and you've got a garden here, and you've got a terrace here. Well, Saturn's in there taking out this room, putting in a swimming pool, doing a new sunroof, a new sun deck. That's a lot of work. So there's so much going on with you, Scorpio, but it's happening on inner levels. And that's why you can't have an elaborate social life or an elaborate career life at this time if it takes away from the inner work that you're doing that is so essential right now for your soul evolution. So this is about how you define yourself. Who are you? Who are you today? Not who you've been in the past, but who are you today in October 2014 through the rest of this year, next year, and the rest of your life. Saturn will not be back here again for another 30 years, 29 years. So this is really important, what's going on with you. And you want to pay attention to what's being asked of you. If something's not working, that is the universe saying, let it go. Don't hang on to a relationship that's not working. Don't hang on to an identity that no longer serves you. You are not what you do. You are a great spiritual being having this human experience, going through these initiations for your soul evolution, for your self-mastery. That's what's most important right now, is your self-mastery. How are you taking care of yourself? Are you staying balanced? Are you taking care of your health? Are you taking time to meditate? Are you taking time to reflect? Are you taking time to write or create, be creative? This is where the energy is focused in October. Also looking at those self-defeating patterns you deny or disown that you may be projecting onto others, but you're actually doing. that's the area of Libra that Libra rules for you, and it's bringing that to your attention of how you maybe keep repeating the same negative habit that's not bringing you what you want. What's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result, right? That's crazy making. So you want to be doing things that empower you. You want to be doing things that make you feel balanced. And you want to be doing this inner work, this inner redefinition of who you are. And then when Saturn moves into Sagittarius, it's going to be about what you are, what you love and value. So right now, it's all about you and your outlook on life, how you take care of your physical body, how you stay out of depression, how you stay out of the negative energy and just stay neutral. Even neutral is superior these days. I mean, yeah, we'd love it if you were positive or feeling positive. And for those of you that have finished with the Saturn, those of you born in the first 2 weeks of Scorpio, you're pretty much done with Saturn. You've already redefined yourself. You've already redefined who you are. You're in the new place. You're in the new job and all of that. And that's awesome. But for those of you that haven't completed that, those of you born in the last 10 days of Scorpio, you are with Saturn. And for those of us dealing with Saturn, you can go kicking and screaming, but resistance is futile. Love Saturn. So take care of yourself. Let the old identity go that no longer serves you. Who are you today? How do you define yourself? Really look at that. That's something that's really important for you to look at here in October and November, is how do I define myself? Who am I? What makes me happy? What's important to me? What truly matters to me? These are the things that Saturn wants you to look at and align yourself with your authentic soul self, who you really are, not who you think you need to be, not who society's told you to be, not what the externals, the family, the church, the television defines you, but how do you define you? And this is the work you're doing right now. And it is heavy lifting when Saturn's around. It's heavy lifting. You don't have the Pluto-Uranus challenge that the cardinal signs do, that the Libras, the Aries, the Cancers, the Capricorns are managing and navigating, which is very intense and very chaotic and, curveballs thrown at you. So you do have, opportunity here. Now, Venus will harmonize with Mars in October, and that's a soothing energy. That can be a breakthrough for you. So the more you're taking care of yourself, the more you're being patient, the more you're going with the flow, not trying to control outcome, not trying to control events or externals, other people, situations, and just going with the flow, showing up, doing your best, and letting go of the rest, you will see opportunity come for you and your money stabilizing or your money being good. Then the Sun enters Scorpio on the 23rd. Venus enters Scorpio on the 23rd. And the Scorpio solar eclipse happens on the 23rd. Now, I like this eclipse. This is a very important eclipse for you. So after you've done the work in Libra, where you have let go of what no longer serves you, made those adjustments, own your power, taken responsibility for your life, yourself, your attitude, for whatever you need to take responsibility for. You now move into this empowering energy, and you have a wonderful new moon. It is in harmony with Neptune, and it's in harmony with your traditional ruler Mars, because Mars, by the time October 23rd rolls around, Mars is at 28 degrees Sagittarius and harmonizes with the Sun, you, the moon, how you feel, Venus, what you love and value. So you will begin to feel more like your old self again, feeling good about where you're going, what you're doing, as the energy moves into Scorpio and as you experience your happy birthday. And this is a wonderful solar eclipse. It's a partial solar eclipse, but it's very important because it is the last Scorpio eclipse you will have until 2032. That's very significant. And Saturn's going to leave Scorpio on December 23rd. and it's going to move into Sagittarius. Now, it will back in for those of you born right at the end. The last few days of Scorpio will be having to deal with Saturn as it comes back over your sun and leaves and comes back over. It's like the tide going in and out. But it still won't be as intense as it's been. And there will be no more eclipses in your sign. This is the last one. And it's at 0 degrees. So for some of you, it's a completion. What do you need to finish right now? Even though it's 0, which means new beginning, but when we complete something, we begin something, right? It's a circle, right? So what do you need to complete right now? Do you need to move? Do you need to change jobs? Do you need to change your relationship? Do you need to start a new way of working or way of taking care of your health? This is your opportunity to really look at, what do I need? What's working for me? What's not working for me? If something is breaking down or collapsing, that's the universe showing you it's not working and you need to try a new strategy or try something completely new. But this is a lot, this Scorpio solar eclipse is very supported. There's no ugly aspects on it like the Aries lunar eclipse has Pluto and Uranus on it. This has Neptune in harmony with it. So for some of you, this could be the start of a new relationship. Neptune is in the area of true love, romance, creative self-expression, taking risks, your children, and it's in harmony with the sun. It's in harmony with the moon. It's in harmony with Venus. Mars, which is in the area of your money, your talent, your gifts, your abilities, your sense of self-worth, is in harmony with Venus. It's in harmony with Venus starting on the 20th, all the way through into November. It's in harmony with the sun, you. It's in harmony with the moon, how you feel. So there's a lot of support coming in here for you. However, if you're still trying to stay in the same dead-end relationship or the same dead-end job, and you're frustrated because things aren't changing and things aren't working, the universe is saying, Scorpio, move on. Move on. Let go. And I know the fixed signs, especially the water signs, have the hardest time of letting go. Letting go. I can't. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Let go of what no longer serves you. Let go of what's not working. If you've been trying at something for a really long time and it's still not working, let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. And let the new come in, because there's a lot of positive energy here for you that wants to come in. There could be a new love waiting for you, but you keep hanging on to the old, dead old one that doesn't do it for you. And it's like, why hang on to something that's not there for you when someone who wants to be there for you is waiting in the wings to come in? But you have to create the space for the new, right? You can't, like, it's like, say you drop a few dress sizes, right? You drop a few dress sizes, but you keep the old clothes in the closet instead of throwing those out or giving them away, so that you put the new dresses in or the new suits in, right? Same thing with relationships, same thing with work. Create the space for the new to come in, and magic can happen for you. Now, Mars enters Capricorn on the 26th. And Mars is exalted in Capricorn. Mars loves being in Capricorn because Capricorn is so, achievement orientated, and Mars is so achievement orientated. So when he's in Capricorn, he feels successful, he feels driven, he feels accomplishing. And for you, this harmonizes with all of your planets in Scorpio, whether it's the sun, the moon, the ascendant, whatever you have in Scorpio, Mars is in harmony with it by the time we get to your solar eclipse. And by the time it moves into Capricorn on the 26th, and then, of course, we have Happy Halloween on the 31st, my favorite holiday. And, so we end October on a big up because your solar eclipse is rockin' awesome. It is beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's 0, which is completion. It's infinity. It is divinity. It's beautiful. There's no challenging aspects to it. It can increase your psychic abilities. It can, you need that. It can increase your creative abilities. It can increase your intuition. It can increase your ability to speculate and take risks, be open for new relationship. And with Mars in harmony with this energy, it can give you new drive to get out and social network, get out and promote your products and services, get out and have new relationship, make new connections with others. This is important for you to do, and it's very positive for you to do. This energy is here for you. Saturn's not always going to be around. You're on your last eclipse. You're on the last of Saturn. Saturn's flying forward and is going to fly right into Sagittarius. We'll get up to about 5 degrees Sagittarius, and then it starts moving back. That's in 2015. However, for you, you're graduating. This is your last eclipse. You are graduating into a new life. You are the phoenix rising from the ashes of the past. Let it go. Let the past go. Rise higher. Soar higher. Create that new life. Create that new destiny. You are the master of your destiny. You are the most powerful sign in the zodiac. You have the ability to recreate yourself from nothing. You have the ability to walk away from a plane crash, a train crash, a car crash. You have the ability to change better than any other sign. You can do this. Don't let Saturn, take that joy spark from you. Whatever you need, do it. If you need to see a doctor, you need to get help, to stay balanced, to stay focused, do it. Do whatever you need to take care of you. This is a wonderful energy coming in here, and Venus is in your sign. So be open to the new opportunities that are now emerging in your life. And if something isn't working, let it go. So for those of you looking for love, you could be on by the end of the month. Mercury goes direct on the 25th. Mars moves into Capricorn on the 26th. You have a fabulous new moon in your sign. It's a beautiful new moon. And that can be the start of new love because Neptune is in a sister sign, Pisces, harmonizing with the sun and the moon and Venus. That can bring a soulmate. So those of you looking for love, you could find that a soulmate is wanting to be with you. And for those of you already coupled, this could be a new start in the relationship. This could be a healing in the relationship. You could find a new spark in the relationship, a new sexual attraction to your partner. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. When Venus is in your sign, you even look better. You feel better. That's nice too. She enters on the 23rd with the sun. That's power. That's the new start. That's your new beginning. You are the phoenix, rising from the ashes, being born again, being born like the newborn baby. You're being born again, Scorpio. And it starts here on this new moon, which also is bringing completions. So let go of what no longer serves you. Create the space for new love to come in, new creativity to come in, new psychic abilities to come in, new talents and abilities to come in. Money looks good here in October, November, if you're on the right path, if you're on the right track. Is this the big blazing career time? It could be if you finish with Saturn. If you haven't finished with Saturn, it may not be yet the right time. That'll come in 2015 or later this year. I don't know. I have to see your personal transits in front of me and your solar return chart to see what's being activated. It's different for each one. You're all unique individuals, and this is a general forecast. However, I do see dramatic improvement in here for all of you. As these energies move on and we move from Rocktober towards Happy Halloween and All Saints Day on November 1st. And we have Venus and Mars hooking up here on the 20th, and then the sun will conjunct Mercury on the 16th. Pay attention. The messages for you that day from the universe. And if the messenger be an ant, heed him. And so be patient with the process. Be patient with Saturn. It's a bugger, but it will move off. And he is teaching you so much about yourself and life and what really matters and what's really important. And really what the truth is, what really matters is that you feel good, that you feel strong in your body, and that you feel effective in what you're doing and where you're going. and who you're with. So be patient with the process. Pay attention to your health. You know, that lunar eclipse is happening in the health area for you. You know, what do you need to amp up your health, well-being, vitality? Spirituality is growing. It's beautiful. Be patient with the process. You will be in the right place at the right time. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, favorite, and sharing, and Google Plusing my podcast. It's like Mercury's already retrograde. Thank you for subscribing. You totally rock, Scorpio. And if you would like for me to take a detailed look at your personal transits or your solar return chart year ahead, or you're interested in coaching, those links are below in the Show More section. And until next time, Scorpio, be safe and sound. Safe and sound, hold your ground. We're safe and sound. I could lift you up. I could show you what you want to see and take you where you want to be. You could be my luck. Even if the sky is falling down, I know that we'll be safe and sound. We're safe and sound. Hold your ground. We're safe and sound. I could show you love in a tidal wave of mystery. You'd still be standing next to me. We're safe and sound. Hold your ground. We're safe and sound.